Alright guys, welcome back once again to the Legion Alpha, coming to you live from the Milkshake Factory Studios. It is Sparhawk. Today we were going to look at Holy Priest, and we still will talent wise. However, in the current beta build, the artifact questline has now been bugged. Laura here, this nice little lady who's pretending to be dead according to our health frame, is at full health, which means we cannot actually target her for a res because she is in fact full health and is pretending to be dead and is not actually dead according to the game. He thinks she's dead, I think she's dead. The game, however, does not think she's actually dead and is just laying there getting a suntan or something, although it is kind of rainy. So instead of the normal artifact questline / talent preview, we're just going to talk about the changes up front on talent wise and all that stuff. Artifact for priests are out there on all kinds of websites. Wowhead has all the traits and all that stuff, so you can go look at the artifact by itself, and maybe later on, obviously, we'll be able to, once we do our numbers pass. It's just the first look anyway, so we'll just talk about changes overall for Holy Priest instead today. So Holy Priest comes stock with all their holy words: chastise, sanctify, and serenity, just slightly redone. Chastise is there. It's a 1 minute cooldown, 4,800 mana, not bad. 26,000 holy damage. I have a talent right now that causes it to stun as well and not be broken by the damage, so that you get a 5-second stun when you chastise that cannot be broken by your other damage. Holy Fire right now, 10,000 up front, 21,000 over 7 seconds. It can stack up to 2 times on the same target. It's a 10-second cooldown, and Smite has a 20% chance to reset that cooldown, which is where you get that second stack. You still have your Dispel. Sanctify, still there. Still Circle. Cannot see it right now. I don't know if that's going to have a graphic later, but for right now, it just releases light into the target location, healing up to 6 allies within 10 yards for 32,000. So it's not the current stay on the ground one. It's just a targeted area, does a heal. Just doesn't look like it has any sort of graphic to it right now. Guardian Spirit still there, 4-minute cooldown. Fade, Divine Hymn. Divine Hymn's getting the same change as Tranquility for Resto Druids, in that when you are in a party or group that is not a raid, you will heal for 100% more. So that it's a bit more powerful and a much better option to use during those situations. Mass Dispel still there, costs you 20,000 mana now on that one. Leap of Faith, Levitate, Dominate Mind, Shackle Undead, all that there. You get a mass res now if you are a Holy Priest. Holy Paladins will be getting this as well. Theirs is a different name but does exactly the same thing. Just like with the guild perk mass res, you will res everybody when obviously not in combat. So after a wipe, just send the Holy Priest back, res everybody up, all that good thing. You're getting Smite. You'll have Renew still. Renew small upfront heal, 2.6k, 20,000 over 15 seconds. Serenity, 8,000 mana. This is one of your big ones that has changed. 1 minute cooldown, performs a miracle on the target, healing them for 107,000 right now by current gear set, which is about a 680 gear set. Nothing special in it, but still heals for almost your entire health bar. So if you crit with that bad boy, you've basically healed for 100% of somebody's health. Heal still slow, 26,964. Flash heal, a faster version, heals for the same amount. Holy Nova is there. That is your AoE damage and heal. 6,471 holy damage to all nearby enemy targets within 12 yards. Oh, so it's just an AoE damage now. No more heal to it. Prayer of Healing still there. Heals up to 5 people. Don't have to be in the same group anymore. Just 5 people within 20 yards of the target. 13,481. And you've got Prayer of Mending bouncing around doing its thing as usual. Talents for the Holy Priest look very good. Should be some pretty nice choices in here that you'll have to make, maybe on a per fight basis. Maybe you just want to set and forget, just fit your play style. Here we go. Trail of Light. Passively, when you cast Flash Heal, 40% of the healing is replicated on the previous target you healed with Flash Heal. You'll be able to heal 2 people at once with Flash Heal. Once you heal somebody with it, you heal 1 tank with a Flash Heal, you pop a Flash Heal on the other tank, that first tank will still get healed for 40% of it. Enduring Renewal. Your single target healing spells will refresh the duration on your renew. So once you've renewed a target, you can basically keep that renew up the entire fight as long as you throw a single target heal on that target at some point before it drops off. Enlightenment. You regenerate mana 15% faster than other healers. So there you go. Have fun. If you need your mana regen to come a little bit quicker because you're just a crazy healer, boom. Get it back 15% faster than other ones. Desperate Prayer, still around. 2-minute cooldown, still heals you for 63,000. Path of Light, kind of a new one. Because you don't have Power Word Shield at all, instead of having the Body and Soul one that Disc Priest and Shadow Priest have, your movement speed, you can change Levitate to no longer be a 10-minute fall damage thing. It's no longer canceled by damage, and it'll cause the target to move 15% faster, but the duration is reduced to 30 seconds. So you can still use it for the whole slowing them down so they don't die when they're falling type thing. Still do that, it just won't last 10 minutes. It'll last 30 seconds, and they can run faster, and it doesn't break through damage. Or you can choose your Angelic Feather and be done with it and do the whole feather thing like normal. On your 45 line, Shining Force, 1-minute cooldown, does the knockback, knocks all enemies away from a friendly target, and slows those enemies by 70% for 3 seconds. Censure, like I said, for the Chastise, adds a stun to it for 5 seconds that is not broken by any damage, so you can just continue to DPS your heart out without fearing that it's going to break your stun. Afterlife, your Spirit of Redemption lasts 200% longer. So you died, you get that free healing from your little form. However, this time it'll last 200% longer. You get more free healing from that form, so you dying won't hurt as much for as long. On your 60 line, your Serendipity reduces the cooldown of the appropriate holy word by an additional 2 seconds. So let's go over Serendipity real quick. The way it works now, when you Flash Heal or heal, the cooldown of Serenity is reduced by 6 seconds. With the talent, that's 8 seconds. When you cast Prayer of Healing, the cooldown of Sanctify is reduced by 6 seconds. With that talent, it's 8 seconds. When you cast Smite, the cooldown of Holy Word Chastise is reduced by 6 seconds. Again, with that talent, that becomes 8 seconds. So basically, all your other stuff reduces the cooldowns of your Holy Words. The whole point of this right now, reduce the cooldowns of your Holy Words through other healing, other damage spells. Get to use them more often, right? But they're based on what they are. So if you're doing AoEing, you'll be able to AoE Bore and get your AoE back. If you're single target healing, single target heals will get your Serenity back, which again, 100k heal. Why wouldn't you want that back faster? And they're all on 1-minute cooldowns, so there you go. Guardian Angel, when your Guardian Spirit expires without saving the target from death, it will not incur its 4-minute cooldown. It will incur a 90-second cooldown instead. So what it will do is if you pop Guardian Spirit, you'll incur the 4-minute cooldown. However, the effect ends and it never actually saved the target from dying. it did not have to do that portion of the spell. It will reset to a 90-second cooldown instead, so that you can then use it much sooner. Of course, if it saves somebody, it still incurs the full 4 minutes. No big deal. Symbol of Hope. Druids are getting Innervate back. Resto and Boomkin will have that both. They'll share it. However, maybe you don't have one in your group, or there's a really tough spot in the fight. All your healers are going nuts and they're losing their mana like crazy during that moment of the fight. So you take Symbol of Hope here. It's a 6-minute cooldown. You will bolster the morale of all healers in your party or raid within 40 yards of you, allowing them to cast spells for no mana for 10 seconds. It's an AoE innervate. You can innervate every single healer in your group, whether that's 2, 3, 4, 5, whatever. As long as they're within 40 yards of you, all of you, free healing for 10 seconds, get through that heavy damage portion of your fight, move on, continue with the normal innervates that maybe you had the one Resto Druid and they're able to do one innervate throughout the fight. You've got this to bolster everybody, and you get through that high damage portion of the fight much easier, and maybe that helps you finish off the fight, right? So there you go. On your 75, you got Surge of Light still around. Healing spells and Smite have an 8% chance to make your next flash heal instant and cost no mana, and you can have up to 2 charges of that. I've always loved that. It is random, obviously. RNG, sometimes you get it when you don't need it, but you can hang on to it, and then when you do need your flash heal, it's free. You know, you can take back your Binding Heal if you want, so you can have that as a talent now. It does trigger your Serendipity, so that'll help. And you have another passive that basically changes Prayer of Mending to also trigger your Serendipity as well for the AoE one, which is your Sanctify. So right now it doesn't. Take the talent and it does. Your 90 tier, you got Divinity. When you heal with a Holy Word spell, your healing is increased by 20% for 8 seconds. That's just a passive. There's the buff. Divine Star still does Divine Star things. You shoot the Divine Star forward for 24 yards, healing allies within its path 5,825 after reaching its destination, and it returns to you, healing all those allies once again. Halo, still doing Halo things. Create the ring, shoots out, looks all pretty, everybody loves it. And then you've got your 100 tier. You've got an instant 3-minute cooldown. Enter a pure holy form for 30 seconds, increasing the effects of Serendipity by 200%. 6 seconds normally, 8 seconds with Light of the Naru, 200% higher than that. Everything's going to be recharging pretty fast. Show you what it looks like. There you go. Just a bright see-through form of yourself with some angel wings for 30 seconds. Not too bad. Benediction. Prayer Mending has a 30% chance to leave a renew on each target it heals. Not a bad option. And then if you want your Circle of Healing back because you miss it, you can have it as a talent. Heals up to 5 injured allies within 30 yards of the target for 18,874. So let's go over this really quickly. Your mastery is still the same also. Echo of Light. Current mastery 14%, so your direct healing spells heal for an additional 14% over 6 seconds. You still have Focused Will in case you get meleeed, mostly while leveling up. That's it for your passives that you're going to have naturally. You've got a lot of work to work with in here, I think. Enduring Renewal. Your single target healing spells refresh the duration of Renew. If you put them up through the Benediction on Prayer of Mending, so you're leaving Renew on the targets it's bouncing to anyway, you can, because of the Enduring Renewal, you'll be able to keep those renews going. Why not? So you have a way to mix those two together with a little bit of synergy there. You know, you can get your mana back faster, which just allows you to spam maybe Flash Heal more often instead of just heal, in order to get your Serenity back up faster. Plus, I think more the idea here, if you stack more haste to go with your mastery, because obviously you're going to want mastery on your gear for your echo, but if you stack a bit more haste, the faster you can use your heal or your flash heal, the faster you're going to get Serenity back. And then Serenity is 100k even if it doesn't crit. If it does crit, it's a 200k heal, right? And how much that's going to change with your artifact, we're going to get into that later for numbers and all that stuff. If this chick ever actually dies, that's pretty damn nice. It's a pretty damn nice heal. You'll get it back faster. You'll have the mana to do it. Whatever. You got the Symbol of Hope to help out your whole healing team if you want to. You've got Afterlife. If you just know you're probably going to die during a fight, take Afterlife. Why the hell not? If you don't need to actually stun something when you're DPSing, you don't need that during a boss fight probably. Shining Force is only good for knocking somebody back. So if you don't need them knocked back for any reason, your default's going to be Afterlife anyway. So 200% of 15 seconds I think Spirit lasts. I mean, this is 45 seconds? Spirit Redemption? Something like that. It's pretty good. Really good. Guardian Angel resetting cooldown. If for some reason you use your Guardian Spirit because you thought somebody was going to die, but then somebody else used a really big heal, now you're not stuck on the 4-minute cooldown, waiting around, and then they die because it was on cooldown. And, especially, say you've got the Paladin, right? Lay on hands. You pot Guardian, then they lay on hands. Now the tank's not fucking dying anyway. So you wasted it in your own mind. But now at least it's only for 90 seconds instead of 4 minutes. It's pretty nice. Light of the Naru, again, reducing the cooldown through your Serendipity on your Holy Words. Kind of the idea overall for the Holy Priest, I think. So, if you're stacking haste and you're reducing the cooldown, more Serenities all the time, I'd like it. On your 75, you got the free healing. You've got Binding Heal, which does trigger your Serendipity for both Serenity and Sanctify. So you can use it for your AoE one and your single target one. If you know you're going to be using both those a lot, you can take Binding Heal in here. Light as the Naru, maybe Enlightenment, and then boom, Serendipity is just always resetting your crap. You're going to have a nice night. And then again, if you know you're just going to be using Prayer of Mending a lot, not necessarily anything else, but maybe you're not using Prayer of Healing a lot during that fight. Prayer of Mending's enough, but you still want to be able to use Sanctify more often, just in case. You got Piety in here to help with that. Can't go wrong. You're 90, you've got 2 separate types of heals, which you already know how to use and how you want to use them. But then you go in with Divinity as well and just have 20% healing increase for 8 seconds. I mean, that's going to help with your AoE. It's also going to help with your single target healing. So, you just can't go wrong, people. 20% makes that a 129k heal just with 20% from Divinity. Just so you have it. What, 130? It's going up there a little bit with my trinket, but you're gonna have some options there. And then again on your 100s, you've got Prayer Mending, again doing the renew thing. If you wanted to use Enduring Renew, you could keep all of those free renews up for the duration of the fight and just pop new ones on people who don't have your Prayer Mending. No big deal there. Same. Get your Circle of Healing back. Have fun with that. If you know you're in a big AoE fight, you're going to need more AoE cooldowns. There you go. And then 30 seconds of 200% more Serendipity effects. If you've got a lot of the Naru, 8 seconds, 200% of that. You're resetting cooldowns all the time. Big damage section of the fight for 30 seconds. Keep everybody alive by yourself. You got a lot of tools here, Hillbilly Priest. I like it just by looking at this bit of information. Your artifact weapon, I know, basically summons a little Naru guy who will copy your spells or make a similar type spell cast. So that's just free healing from your little buddy or free damage if you're using a holy fire or something. So overall, I think you're in a pretty good shape. You've got plenty of options on your Rose, I think. Not just single target AoE, but you can mix in different ones that'll work really well together and make some nice builds out of it. We'll get into that more obviously later on. We'll look at your artifact traits once I'm able to get your stupid weapon. Once Blizzard correctly marks this girl as dead. She used to be dead. The last build or two changed her to alive. So hopefully they will get back on that soon, refix it yet again, and have her correctly marked as dead so that we can actually res her and continue on the quest line and see where that goes. But until then, that's what you got. It looks good to me. I'm not seeing very many problems here. In fact, I pretty much like all of it. So hopefully you guys enjoyed. Again, I apologize for not being able to actually finish the artifact quest line, but at least you're getting a little bit of an overview, and we'll work on the quest line when she is correctly marked as dead again. So once again, check us out. Milkshake Factory US Storm Rage, milkshakefactory.ngen.com. We are cool people. We love our shakes. We have fun. Check us out on YouTube, obviously where you're watching the video, the website, Facebook. We have the group on Facebook, and I'm on Twitter. Whatever. You find it somewhere. Find it on my Twitch page. Do whatever you want. That's just GurneeJ, GURNEEJ for Twitch and Twitter. It's all guild stuff all the time. Mostly streaming wise, throw in some Overwatch, Legion, Alpha, all that kind of good stuff as well. And of course, raiding once we are raiding. Have a good one, and we'll see you guys in the next video. Like it all up. Have a good day.